Okay, I'm back. Let's see. Are y'all there? Oh, there we go. Hey, Tristan. Okay, hey y'all. It was me. I didn't do the right setting. So y'all are excusing how I look. Y'all not judging me. I miss y'all so much. I've been a little slower with posting. Hey, CC. I miss y'all. Hey, Aaron. Hey. Now I can see y'all. I love it. So y'all not judging me. I know y'all not because y'all already know what it is. Y'all love me and I love y'all too. So I wanted to get on here because I was having a really good moment. And let me make sure nothing's cutting off. Can y'all see me? And thank you, Christina. I looked at your message and didn't text back. I'm sorry, I just immediately changed it. But shout out to my sister, Christina Twinkie, for helping me. She showed me what was wrong. So I just had a moment. And you know how you have these real life moments where I think I said it before throughout the channel. Sometimes what happens in the physical are opportunities for you to get a revelation for the spiritual. And one of the things that I noticed, and I've said it before, but I was just reading a quote that said something about, hey, Shakeith, love you so much. You always just down rocking with me. It was about a mentality. And I'm going to search it with y'all, but mentality is the characteristic or attitude of mind or way of thinking of a person or a group. And sometimes we can learn behavior, or we can develop learned behaviors from the group that we're in, from our cultural space, which the world has changed because of the culture and the creativity that we have to offer to the world. Like, we love what we bring. But one thing that I've learned when it comes to our individualism and us, kind of growing as individuals or just people on our own, just having our personal experience or journey, there are some things and some goals that we have set that may not be the same for the next person. And so what excellence is to me may not be excellence to the next person. But very often I've noticed that some friendships can be disturbed, some waves can be disturbed as it pertains to our vibes, as we say, what we send out into the earth, because there is some kind of interruption spiritually and naturally. And it's like the law. Like, you ever heard, like, I remember, you know how you go into certain stores and there are some things that you can do in one store, you go into the next store and they're like, oh no, you can't do that here. Or great example, if you're eating out, you go to a regular restaurant like Panera Bread, you can go there with denim on, super chill, hoodie, whatever, you're just doing your thing. But if you go into, like, say for example, J. Alexander's, that's like the in between from Panera Bread to J. Alexander's, and then say like Ruth Chris or Fleming's or some kind of like steakhouse, exquisite steakhouse. And you'll notice that the wardrobe requirement, it changes, right? And so it just dawned on me that while we're trying to change our mentality and change our mindset, and while we have goals and things that we aspire to accomplish, there are some things that we are not going to be able to do in this promised place. Great example, I can't get mad when someone has created something, has made a sacrifice and worked so hard to build something or build a legacy and blase splee, and I can't get offended if they say you can't do that here. Now, this has nothing to do with what's going on right now, which I'm going to speak to that. But I'm again, this is all about individualism, like personal journey, internally, your mindset, all of that. This has nothing to do with what's happening right now. I want to make that really clear. This is everything to do with myself inside and what the Lord is dealing with me as it pertains to my spiritual growth and my character and all of that. So I wanted to share it with you. But one thing that I had to note is, again, I can't get offended if someone is like, hey, you can't do that here, you can't do that here, but you're allowed to do it. I can't tell that person, well, I did it at the last place. Well, the last place has different rules and regulations. The last place is not trying to build what I'm trying to build over here. And just because the price is cheaper over there doesn't mean that it's less than, well, it is less than in price, but it's just no comparison. And so I was just inspired to say, basically, this new place that I'm going into, there are some things that I'm going to have to sacrifice. There are some things that I'm going to have to kind of drop off. Like, I was also reading the metamorphosis, or is that right? The transforming stage that the caterpillar goes through to become this butterfly. Like, there is some part of their body that becomes like a scale where it just falls off. And then that led to where this part of where Paul was going through his transformation stage. And he said they were like scales that had fallen off of him. And so I just hope to inspire somebody today, because as soon as I got it, I was like, I got to share this with them. I got to tell them about it. But I just hope that you're encouraged to know, to not feel guilty about the scales that will fall from you naturally and spiritually. Be okay with embracing that part, and don't feel the need to carry the weight with you to this place. Like, be okay with trading places with the weight of guilt and the weight of glory. And the glory of the Lord that will rest on your life when you're walking in his will is a beautiful thing. But there is some chastening that comes with that. There is some transforming. Like, we're saying, Lord, transform my heart, transform my mind. But a part of that transforming is you understanding or seeing and realizing the truth of this beautiful place and the new standard that comes with it. So I was just super inspired, and I kind of got teary-eyed, but while it was dawning on me. And you may have some people that may come and pick you apart. There are some things that they don't have to say, but there's always, I heard somebody say, and I still say it to this day, chew the meat and spit out the bones. Where is the meat at in this situation? So though it may be someone that feels like they're telling on you or just pointing out an issue, what is it? Is there something that I need to adjust about myself while I'm here, so that you're not even able to use that against me? Maybe it is simply like I was saying, a learned behavior that I learned from before that just simply cannot be used here in this place. It just cannot be a part of me. And just how we always say, I am not a product, or some people say I am a product of my environment. You can be a product of your environment, but when you switch environments, you can't take that same product to that new environment, because it can be toxic for that new place. It could be hazardous to that new place, as far as whoever else is in that space, or whatever else is in that space, that just simply cannot take it, like, as far as their natural development. So literally, I'm having to learn a new place. Great example, even if I think about myself as a woman, if I plan to be married or plan to have children, there are some things that I have developed as far as a defense mechanism to protect myself from being in, connections or in spaces that were not good for me. I can't take that way of love or that way of life into this space with my children, because then it creates a generational way of a mentality for discounts. I'm all for the discount. I'm all for saving money. But sometimes when we're trying to level up in our business, like, literally, I just had this moment. It was a natural moment, and then it turned into do y'all know what just happened to me? Are y'all still there? This is so dumb. Okay, so look, I have an interview at 12. I was planning to talk to y'all for 30 minutes. Somebody said it's the squirrels. So that was totally the devil, because it was so good, and the phone just went out, and I promised y'all it was charging. The charger was in there, everything. It was, I'm telling you. So even going back to the mentality, I need to get this to y'all. Is no sound? Y'all can't hear? Can y'all hear me? Somebody said it's no sound. Okay, you can hear. Okay. So I'm going to come back and do this. But wasn't that so good? No one called. The phone just completely went out. That's dumb. That's the devil. And I've been noticing that he's really been trying to attack these airwaves for sure lately, especially since I've been doing a lot of stuff with digital. But I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back because I need to share this with y'all. It was so good, but I have an interview. So y'all going to come back? because this was so good. It was so good, and I just need to completely share my revelation. So I'll be back. I love y'all. Those of you that are saying no sound, I don't know what y'all seeing. So I'm gonna come right back in probably like 30 minutes or an hour. So tell your friends and your loved ones, and then I'm gonna finish sharing this with y'all. Then I'm gonna take questions and answers, and I'll keep y'all posted on what's going on. Okay, I'll call you back. Bye.